The new Hyundai Ioniq 6 is a radical-looking electric saloon car that aims to continue the brand momentum delivered by the award-winning Hyundai Ioniq 5 hatch. It is a production EV that genuinely delivers concept car looks, both outside and in. Before we carry on with the video, can you please smash the like button and the subscribe button too, which will enter you in a $50 Bitcoin giveaway. Now let's carry on with the video. The internet, the steam engine and Concorde are all things that can be considered to have changed the game in one way or another, and this is something Hyundai is hoping to achieve with its latest electric car, the sleek Hyundai Ioniq 6. But what is it? Well, based on Hyundai's 2020 Prophecy concept car, it's a four-door coupe that offers quicker charging times and a better battery range than key rivals, including the BMW i4, Polestar 2 and Tesla Model 3. That range point will be important for many. With its streamlined body shape that helps it slip through the air and a huge 72.6 kilowatt-hours, usable battery is standard in the UK, a smaller 58 kilowatt-hours version won't be offered here. The Ioniq 6 has an official range of 382 miles. That beats the Polestar 2's official 341-mile capability and the Tesla Model 3 long range's 374 miles. On top of that, like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6 has been equipped with ultra-fast charging to minimize your time spent at charging stations. The charging rate of up to 350 kilowatts means the Ioniq 6 can get from 10 to 80% charge in around 18 minutes. Since the Ioniq 6 shares the same battery system as the 5, we expect it to have similar pricing under $50,000. The 5 starts at $43,650. Hyundai also wants to maintain its affordable reputation and come in ahead of competitors like the Polestar 2 and Tesla Model 3, priced at $45,900 and $46,990, respectively. Hyundai still qualifies for the full federal tax credit for EVs, so that's $7,500 to calculate into pricing. The Ioniq 6 will be offered with both a single-motor version that is rear-wheel drive and a dual-motor version that offers all-wheel drive. Only the single-motor version can achieve that 382-mile range if you tick the right option boxes: 18-inch tires and the drag-reducing digital mirrors. The more powerful twin-motor version has an official range of 322 miles, which is still more than enough for most people. And from our experience of driving that model, the range claim seems very accurate, so we anticipate that it's possible to achieve 300 miles on a charge in real-world conditions. The twin-motor version produces 329 bhp, and delivers that familiar instant hit of power electric cars offer when you prod the accelerator. It's capable of achieving 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds, with plenty of power available when needed. There's also an artificial, spaceship-like, noise system for people who think EVs are too quiet, which you can set to match the speed of the car. It's a bit of fun, but we think it could grade over time. Like the Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6, braking regeneration can be increased and decreased with paddles behind the steering wheel. The strongest I-pedal setting slows you all the way down to a standstill when you come off the accelerator and allows for single-pedal driving. The similarities to the Ioniq 5 end when it comes to suspension. Where the Ioniq 5 is soft riding and wafts along, the Ioniq 6 is firmer and closer to the Model 3. It still feels smoother than the latter, though, dealing with potholes and other imperfections far better. There is a slight thud when you head through larger holes in the road, but even some truly tough bits of road and awkward speed bumps don't substantially unsettle the machine. That firmer suspension also makes the Ioniq 6 feel different to the Ioniq 5 when you reach a winding country road. There's notably less body lean and the handling is pleasantly sharp. There are a range of drive modes to choose from that add performance or help you maximize your range, and if you delve into the settings, there's a special EV tune-up mode that allows you to adjust the steering weight and accelerator pedal response to suit. That said, while the Ioniq 6 has a particularly sporty look, at heart it's still a big, long executive saloon. The focus has clearly been on offering a refined drive and ride, and it's not quite as engaging as the Model 3 or the BMW i4, which come with adaptive suspension. While the exterior of the Ioniq 6 is all new, The interior has far more family resemblance to the Ioniq 5. It's all very plush, with a series of small but welcome upgrades that give it a classy feel. The dashboard is dominated by two conjoined 12.0 inches screens, one for the driver's instrument panel behind the steering wheel and another one for the touchscreen infotainment system. Thankfully, there are some physical shortcut buttons below the touchscreen, helping to make it slightly less distracting than many rival systems when you're on the move. The equipment list includes everything you'd really want, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. Along with built-in sat-nav and Bluetooth connectivity, there's also a new ambient lighting system, which has 4,096 possible color combinations, so you can set the interior exactly to your liking. You can also set them to flash red when the driver assistance features need to give you a warning. The door mirrors can be replaced with optional camera ones, which feed an image onto a screen mounted on either side of the dashboard. The system is better than in some other cars we've tried, because Hyundai has placed the screens higher up to be in easier view. It will still take some getting used to, with the lack of depth a traditional mirror gives you, but you won't get the absolute maximum battery range if you don't choose them. Despite this, we reckon they're best avoided because the difference is so small. If you're interested in the Ioniq 6, then it's very likely that practicality is more important to you than what physical form the door mirrors are in. In that area, we have both good and bad news. You see, front seat occupants have ample head and leg room, even if you measure north of 6 feet tall. It's also plenty wide enough for both of you to rest on the central armrest without rubbing shoulders. It's in the rear seats where things are a bit more of a mixed bag. That's because rear legroom is cavernous, bordering on almost ridiculous, while that sloping roofline cuts so far into the rear headroom that a 6-footer will find their head scraping the headlining. Open the boot and you'll find that, despite the masses of rear legroom, there is a space that reaches quite far back into the car, so it should hopefully swallow long items such as golf clubs or a pushchair nicely. The problem is that the opening is rather small and the tailgate doesn't open up that high, meaning you'll have issues loading bulkier items in. You do, at least, get 60/40 split folding rear seats and handy levers in the boot to lower them, saving you the need to walk back to the rear doors while in the middle of wrangling something long into the boot. Made from recycled materials like plastic, old tires, paint pigment, fishing net and vegetable oils for the seats, dashboard, doors and even the body paint, the car is intended to emphasize sustainability. It's the first Hyundai to have its new logo on its front and back badging. New ambient lighting lights up the interior space and steering wheel. Hyundai says it removed buttons from the front doors as part of a new design. After the digital global premiere in July, online reservations opened up. US sales will start in the first quarter of 2023, after production in Korea begins. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 had a similar rollout. Thanks so much for watching till the end. Please like, comment and subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you never miss a video. Until next time, see you later.